Good afternoon to all of you. May I request the dignitaries to occupy the seats on the dais. A very good afternoon to all of you. I'm Dr. Reena Sham, Director, IA School of Management Studies, and it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all for the official launch of YOURDOST, a service that provides online counseling and emotional support platform for mental wellness among students. In present times, mental health is as important as physical health. The government in the years 2022-23 has estimated the budget for healthcare as 86,200 crores. This is a 16% increase compared to the budget 2021-22. Besides augmenting the healthcare infrastructure, the government has also placed its priority on another critical issue related to pandemic, which is mental health. The Finance Minister, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, has announced the launch of National Tele-Mental Health Program to provide 24/7 free counseling and care to people. In line with the national initiatives to foster good mental health for its citizens, it's indeed very heartening that Indian Academy Group of Institutions is laying emphasis on nurturing emotional well-being for its student community by collaborating with YOURDOST. On the onset, I extend a warm welcome to Ms. Rachna Tumala, Director, Community Development and Internal Learning at IAGI, who is sincerely committed to the purpose of making positive and lasting contributions to the community. We welcome you, ma'am. Mr. Manoj Kiran, Senior Manager, Customer Success with YOURDOST, who would be educating us about YOURDOST platform. We welcome you. A warm welcome to Ms. Nisha Mary George, Student Counselor, Indian Academy Group of Institutions. Professor Lena Elizabeth, Principal, Indian Academy College of Nursing. We welcome you. The faculty and students of Indian Academy School of Nursing, Indian Academy College of Nursing, and IA School of Management Studies. A warm welcome to all of you. I now request Rachna ma'am to take over the session.
Hello everybody, good afternoon. Yeah, I mean, I had a feeling that we would have this problem. It's that you had half a day of classes or visiting hospitals, and you had lunch, and now everybody's a little sleepy and good afternoon. So we have to do something to handle this problem. One thing I could do is just make you all shout, "Good afternoon!" but I don't think that's going to help. So, oh, okay, good try. Did it help? Yeah, some people saying yes. Okay, so what we can try to do is keep this session as interesting as possible, and I'll also keep my blabbing to as short as I can so that you guys don't get bored. But I do want to just say a couple of things. First, I wanted to welcome you all to this interesting initiative that we have going, and to this launch, which can help everybody to understand what we have been planning for many months. So we have been thinking about since the pandemic started, thinking about how can we help students to feel more comfortable, more secure, and feel like they're being looked after, even as we're going through all of these difficult changing times. And so one thing that came up again and again is that we need to start thinking about your emotional well-being. How do you look after yourself? Your studies, maybe you can manage, practicals, all of that stuff, placements, all really important things. But at the end of the day, we're trying to look at how is it that you can feel better day to day as you are with us? And how can you get skills so that you can look after yourself? So let me start by asking you all a question, okay? So this is a story that I've heard since I was a child, and I wonder if you've heard this story as well. So I'll tell you the story. The story is that when you're in school, if you study very hard, you'll get into a good college, and if you work very hard in college, you'll get a great job, and then maybe you'll marry the right person after that, and have children, and then you'll be happy. Has anyone else heard that story? You can raise your hand if you've heard this story. Anyone? A couple of hands in the back. One hand over there, for sure you've heard it. Nobody else has heard it? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, more people are getting courage now to say. Okay, so many of us have been told this story. And what you should know, I'm going to tell you a little secret. The secret is that that's not entirely true. It's not like there's going to be some magic solution that appears at the end of the tunnel that's going to make sure that you're happy. So the question is, what is it that might actually make you happy? This is something that researchers, philosophers, religious leaders, even everyday people have been thinking about for generations. What is it that makes us happy? So I've also been doing a little bit of this research because I've been very interested in this question. And I came across a very interesting study. Okay, so what they said was that what determines your emotional state, your mental state, is comprised of 3 things. So the first thing, 50% of it, is just your genetic makeup. Like whatever it is that you were born with, all that part, the way your mind is configured, that contributes to 50% of your well-being, okay? Now, there's another small percentage of that. It's 10%, okay? 10% is every single thing that happens to you in your life. Like you get good marks, you get bad marks, you get a job, you don't get a job, you get married, you don't meet someone, somebody dies, somebody's born. All of that stuff is covered within this 10% of what determines your happiness. So the other 40%, that's a huge chunk, is actually your own attitudes, behaviors, actions, what you do every day, how you talk to yourself, how you think about things. So the good news with that is that that 40% is something that you can control. So no matter what happens to you in your life, you have that 40% that you can rely on that can pull you up when you're feeling bad or help you to feel better. So what we want to focus on is that 40%. How can we cultivate that 40%? How do we learn skills? How do we learn to look after ourselves? How do we talk to people about things that we are going through? All of that stuff is what we want to focus on while we get a chance to work with you. For the few years that you happen to be with us at Indian Academy, we want to try and help give you some of those skills. So all of this together is it's part of this initiative that we're starting that's called Thrive. So you can see that over here, Thrive Emotional Well-Being. That's the broad initiative that we're starting. One part of that initiative is introducing YOURDOST into our fold as Indian Academy. And he, of course, Mr. Manoj will tell you a little bit more about what the service is. But the whole point of YOURDOST, if I can quickly summarize it, is that they give you access to counselors 24/7. Any time of the day or night, any day of the year, you'll be able to go online and speak to a counselor if you want to talk to someone about how you're feeling, or if you want to learn some new skills in how to look after yourself, or anything like that. So the point of this event is to get you to understand what are the different beautiful services that you'll be able to get access to and how you can use those. So I thank Mr. Manoj for being here, for coming, and he will soon speak to you about what all you can access through the YOURDOST platform. And another thing that you should know that we have started since the last few months is that we have an in-house counselor on campus. So that's Miss Nisha. She's over there. Hello. Thank you for coming, Nisha. So she's available on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and you can email her if you ever want to talk to somebody in person. The rest of this is an online service. So me personally, I have, as I told you, I've been thinking about this kind of question for a while, and then about 6 months ago, I also started to see a counselor. And it's been a really useful experience for me. One of the interesting things that I learned is that for me, myself, as well as many of us, maybe many of you can resonate with this, is that we have the tendency to just say, I'm fine, everything's okay. If somebody asks you, how are you doing? You never say, oh, I'm doing horribly, actually. I was thinking about something terrible that happened to me before and I'm not doing well. No, we don't usually do that. We all try to present this very, welcome to all of you joining, latecomers. Welcome, thank you for coming. So normally what happens is that we don't have the habit of just talking about how we're really feeling. We rarely even admit it to ourselves. So one interesting thing about trying to bring all of these things up into the fold is that maybe we can all learn a little bit better how we can genuinely understand what it is that we are feeling and talk about that to other people. So all of this, there are many steps along the way that we'll all get to encounter. I don't want to take any more of your time. Thank you all for your attention, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Thank you.
All right. So good afternoon, guys. Yes. I can also use the mic. Yes. So good afternoon, guys. You guys can hear me? Yes. All right. So I know it's a Tuesday afternoon. I hope you guys had like good lunch. So I'm not gonna, dwell into it. I'll try my level best in order to, wind it up as quickly as possible. So before we get on to today's discussion, right, let me give you a brief, introduction about myself. So my name is Manoj. So I did my engineering back in Chennai, Regional Engineering College, Chennai. Post which I was working as a network engineer for CSS Corp. And then I did my MBA from Symbiosis Bangalore. And then I started working with Yodos. So before we get on to the important aspect of today's discussion, let's start off with a couple of ice-breaking activities. So I hope every one of you knows what an autobiography is, right? Let's just say if I'm writing my own story, it's called as an autobiography. If someone else is writing my story, it's called as a biography. So imagine yourself 20 years down the line. Right now, it's the year 2022. In the year 2042, you guys are like well settled. You're sitting on your backyard, sitting on your couch. You're enjoying a sip of coffee. You're writing your own autobiography. Now, what is going to be the title of the autobiography? So think for a few seconds and just raise your hands. The question is very simple, right? 20 years down the line, you guys are going to write your own autobiography. What is going to be the title of the autobiography? Yes.
I would name it The Journey of My Life.
Your name, please. Syed. So Syed's autobiography title is going to be The Journey of His Life. Excellent title. Thank you, Syed. Anyone else? Raise your hands. Yes.
Unreturnable journey. Unreturnable journey.
Unreturnable journey. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you.
Read and bury. Read and burn. Read and burn. Read and burn. Read and burn.
Excellent. Thank you. Anyone else? Someone raised. Yes.
Struggle of my life. Struggle.
Struggle of your life.
Yes.
Good one. Anyone from this side?
I'm either going to name it You or just Lies. Lies.
Lies. Yeah. May I know why that specific title?
Yeah, because we keep lying to ourselves, like as Rachna ma'am said that, I'm fine and all of that. So we keep lying to ourselves at several times a day, and you know, that's exactly why it is.
Good one.
The choice between birth and death.
All right. Yes.
Welcome to my backyard.
Welcome to your
Backyard.
backyard. Good one. Yes.
Expect the unexpected.
That's something unique. Thank you. Thank you. So, thank you for the amazing response, guys. See, the reason why we did this activity is just that when I asked that question, right, like what is going to be the title of the autobiography? So, all the responses that I've got, so these were the thought process that you guys had when I posted that question, right? So, these thought process can be changing, let's say after 2 years, or let's say after 4 years, once you come into the industry, or, you know, let's say after like 5 years of work experience as such. But the journey in order to attain that particular destination, it wouldn't change, right? You need to put in the same amount of work, day in and day out, in order to attain the particular destination. So that's the only reason we did this activity, right? And yeah, I'm not trying to be preachy and all. I'm just telling this out of my experience, right? Now, going to the second activity, it's very simple, fairly simple, right? Just think about 4 things that makes you happy. It can be anything, like jogging, swimming, or running, or be it, you know, going to the gym, whatever it is. 4 things that makes you happy. Okay, right now I'll be expecting some answers from the backbenchers also. Yeah, I've seen someone raise their hands, yeah.
Could you repeat the question?
4 things that makes you happy. Yeah, sure.
4 things that make me happy are, first thing would be a bike. Second thing would be financial freedom. Third thing would be a good person to spend the rest of the life with. Fourth thing would be more financial freedom. Yeah.
So, money, right? That's, now we are talking. Anyone else? Yes.
So the first thing will be money, next thing sleep, and travel.
Travel.
3 things is enough.
And the fourth one?
More sleep.
More sleep. Okay, so more money and more sleep over here. Okay, anyone else? Yes.
So singing a song, writing something, and doing something for myself. And the last one is just talking to myself in the mirror. I know that's weird, but then it is what it is.
Definitely not weird. Many people, they do that, but they won't admit to it though. Yes.
So probably money, sleep, video games, and football.
Money, sleep, video games, football. Sorted scenes. Anyone else? Yes.
Sir, actually, for me, my family is everything. So I would like to be a person whom my parents and my family can depend on. And I want them to make proud. That's it. That's my goal.
All right. Anyone else from the last bench? All right. Yeah.
First thing is being myself. Second thing, being myself. Second thing is friends, is the one of happiness. Third thing is parties. And fourth thing is repeat.
So the fourth thing that you told is repeat. So you watched Manado anytime? Okay. All right. Yes.
Roti, kapda, makan and mobile, sir.
Oh. Roti, kapda, makan, mobile. All right. Yes.
Spend time with parents, traveling, sleeping, irritating my friends.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the amazing response. Now, so these things that you told, right? Like these 4 things that makes you happy. So tell me something. How many of you guys end up doing these things on a regular basis? Regularly. Yes. Okay. Regularly. All right. Regularly. Even the parties regularly. You're from MBA batch, right? Okay. Please note. All right. All right, guys. See, I know for a fact that, things like ignites of passion, such as, traveling. And I've heard like someone murmur, cooking and something like that, someone over here. So I know these things, right? Like, we can't do those things on a regular basis, right? Like, but whereas things that ignites our passion, such as, be it, running or gymming or jogging for the matter of fact, we can do those things on a regular basis. And research, it actually proves that, let's just say, if you want to do a certain thing on a regular basis, right? If you're writing it down in a piece of paper and let's say sticking it out, let's say in front of your workstation or in front of your study station, the chance of you ending up doing that particular activity increases by 20 to 30% over the course of 2 to 3 weeks. Right? I've personally tried it out and it has worked wonders for me. I hope you guys also try it out. Right? So I guess that's about with all the ice-breaking activities as such. Now, getting on to the important aspect of today's discussion. Now, honest to God, how many of you guys felt stressed over the past 6 months? Raise your hands. How many of you guys felt stressed over the past 6 months? All right. So basically everyone in this room. Yes. All right. Got it. Got it. All right. Thank you guys. Now, the next question is, what do you guys do when you're feeling stressed? Let's just say if you're asking me the same question, right? What I'll do is I'll just go to a cricket ground. I'll play my guts out the entire day. That's my stress buster. So in a similar fashion, what do you guys do when you're feeling stressed? Again, same format. Raise your hands, I'll come. All right.
Crying.
All right. Okay.
Scratch in the book. I'll scribble.
Yes, someone.
I'll sleep, sir.
I will play PUBG with my squad.
Yeah.
Why did I hear that ah sound over here? Huh? All right, anyone else? Yes. Wait, I'll come.
So first of all, try to understand what the reason behind the stress, and then if I can do something about that, try to do it. Otherwise, leave it. No stress.
Sorted. What's your age?
I'm actually 20.
20. I wish I had that maturity when I was in 20. Yes. Yes, someone raise your hand. Yeah.
Lifting weights.
Ah, nice.
Meditating.
Wow.
So anytime when I'm stressed, I do sing. I sing or play very stressless, any emotional music that can calm my mind, and yeah, and after that everything is fine.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else? All right, last two. One and one more.
Live in denial.
I'm sorry?
Live in denial.
Live in denial.
Yes.
So that's your stress buster.
Yes.
Okay. This is something unique.
You speak.
Good song with lots of chocolates.
2 pegs, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay.
Sir, I'll sit alone. I'll spend time with myself.
Good one. Good one. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the amazing response. Now, the reason why I asked is, you guys told what you guys do when you're feeling stressed, right? Now, tell me something. Were they like a temporary relief or were they like a permanent solution? Temporary. Permanent. All right. Temporary. Okay. I can hear murmurings of, temporary over here rather than permanent. Permanent. Temporary. I'm sorry? Oh, okay. I mean, it took some time for me to get the joke. So where's that Mr. Tubix? Tubix, temporary or permanent? Temporary. All right. So, all right. Jokes apart, most of the responses that I've got over here stating that these were all temporary solutions, right? Have you guys ever heard about counseling before? Or do you guys know who a counselor is? Yes, no, maybe? Yes? All right. So tell me something. Who, according to you, is a counselor? Raise your hands. I'll come. Yeah.
Crossed that stage already.
Crossed what?
Crossed the stage of being counseled to rather being a counselor.
So that is the counselor. Who, according to you, that's a counselor. Okay, all right. Anyone else? Who, according to you, is a counselor? Parents. Okay, that's some common answers that you used to get in wherever I get to do this event. Yeah. Mother. Okay. Friends. Okay.
Someone who would guide you and listen to you without any bias or judgment. Like, they'd listen to you and not criticize or judge you, and they'll, not exactly give you the answers to things, but guide you towards that path.
Excellent, excellent answer. So before clapping, did you guys actually hear him out? Definitely not. Hear him out.
Sir, I said that a counselor is somebody who would hear you, like they'll hear whatever you have to say, they'll not judge you and not criticize you, but they won't even solve your problems or give you the exact answer, but they would guide you towards that path.
Excellent. So, counselor is a trained professional who listens to us. He or she is someone who understands us. He or she is a trained professional who's trained in human behavioral science, so that he or she can help us identify our own problems, so that we ourselves can find a solution for that problem, right? Now, let me give you a brief history about how Yodos was being founded. So Yodos was being founded by my CEO, Ms. Richa Singh. So while she was at a graduation in IIT Guwahati, so one of her friend, she died by suicide. She took this extreme step anticipating that she might not be getting good placement. That is even before the company started to come into the campus, right? So there were help available. So there were counselors available, there were doctors available, there were friends available. Yet she didn't seek help for it. So this made Richa to wonder why people hesitate to go to counseling, or why people hesitate to seek help when they actually need it, right? Now, I'm going to ask you certain questions right now. Why do you think people hesitate to go to counseling? Why am I asking this question is, when I asked you guys, how many of you guys felt stress over the past 6 months, almost every one of you guys raised your hands, right? But when I was asking, have you guys ever been to a counselor before? Do you guys know who a counselor is? Not many people said that particular answer for it, right? Now, I'm going to ask you a question. Why do you think people hesitate to go to counseling? Raise your hands. Yes. All right.
I think it's the fear of being judged. Yeah.
Good.
They think we are mentally affected and they judge us.
The particular member will think that what society will think about me if I'm going to the counselor.
Yes. Anyone from this side? Huh? You want to say? Yeah.
And also, I think some people might feel uncomfortable telling what bothers them, and it's not to everybody, to anyone to whom I should go and tell my problems and get a solution from that person. I think so. Yeah.
Good. Anyone else? Yes.
We don't like to share our personal things.
So I can deduce the responses into 4 categories. Basically, stigma that revolves around it. What will people think? What will my family think? What will my friends think if they come to know that I'm going to a counseling? And the availability comes into the picture, right? Let's just say at around 2 or 3 in the morning, you're going through, let's say, a bad breakup, or you're stressed out. You need someone to vent out to, right? Finding a quality counselor at that point in time can be a tedious task, right? And also the price factor, the expensive factor, right? It also comes into the picture. So I'm from Chennai. Currently, I'm residing in Bangalore. So in Bangalore, for a counseling session of 45 minutes, right? There are counselors who will charge up until 1,500 to 1,600 rupees. That is for 45-minute session. Let's just say, in order to have like continuous progress, you need to go in week in after week. So imagine the amount of money you'll end up spending, right? So, like I said, when Richa founded Yodos, she did this initial research, why people hesitate to go to counseling, and out of which the answers that you gave, more or less the same. The stigma that revolves around it, the expensive part that comes along with it, the availability and the accessibility part, right? In order to overcome these shortcomings, Yodos was being founded. So what is Yodos? Yodos, it's an online emotional wellness platform that has 900 plus experts, wherein you can have one-on-one audio session, one-on-one video session, and a one-on-one chat session, and all the sessions that are going to be taken in the platform are completely free. So you don't have to pay a single penny, right, in order to avail these services. So Indian Academy, it's one such institution that takes care of the students' mental health, right? They partnered with Yodos so that you guys, as students, can avail these services for free. So guys, even if you haven't heard me all this while, it's totally fine. Just pay attention for the next 5 to 10 minutes, wherein I'll quickly walk you guys through on how to access Yodos platform, right? Shall we get on to it? All right. You guys have your smartphone in hand? Yes? All right. Yes. What is Yodos? Yodos, it's an emotional support technological platform. It acts as a bridge between the user and the experts. Yes, so we have the biggest pool of experts, wherein we have Dr. Ginny K. Gopinath, especially Dr. Ginny K. Gopinath. So he's our Chief Psychology Officer. So he's also an ex-performance coach for Mumbai Indians IPL team. And we do have people with over 30 plus years of experience too. Yeah, like I said, how Yodos is different. So it's a 24/7 support system, right? No matter at what point in time or what point in day, you can just come into the platform and you can quickly avail the services. Right? It's a technological platform, and hence all the sessions that are going to be taking over here are completely anonymous. So even me as a employee of Yodos can't avail those details, right? All the sessions that are going to be taking in the platform will be only between you and your counselors. Yes. So via Yodos, you'll be getting one-on-one chat counseling. It's 24/7 system. And there is also audio sessions available, video sessions available, and there are many self-help contents, self-help tools. So something called as emotional wellness tests, time management tests, anxiety tests, burnout tests. There are many tests available. All you have to do is come into the platform, just have a look into it. So guys, it's totally fine if you aren't coming to the platform to avail the counseling sessions. It's totally fine. There are many other things than counseling also. That is like self-help contents and tools that I told. And there is something called as resource corner. And over there, there will be something called as blog post, right? Over there, we usually, on a regular interval, we usually post stories regarding people who've been battling with mental illness and how they overcome it. Some of the stories are quite inspirational. I would absolutely recommend you guys to just have a quick look into it, right? Yes. So this is the homepage. It's www.yourodost.com. So if you guys have your smartphone in hand, please go on to this particular website, www.yourodost.com. YOURDOST.com. Yeah. So over here, if you can hit on login option, right? This pop-up window sort of like appears. So over here, there are three questions, namely a username of your choice, a password of your choice, and finally your email address. So your email address that ends at the rate indianacademy.edu.in. So the username can be anything. Indian Academy Stud, Black Panther, Batman, Superman, whatever it is. You can use whatever username of your choice. Password can be anything, but make sure you're using your official Indian Academy email address. So why? Because I'll say, see, Yodos.com, it's a public URL. Anyone with a stable internet connection can come into the platform, they can avail the services, right? But they have to pay a specific price in order to avail these services. So whereas in order for the system to identify that you are from this particular institution, so that you can avail these services for free. That's the only reason we are asking for at the rate indianacademy.edu.in email address. So like I said, you go to the website www.youdos.com. Over there you can hit it either chat now or login option. A pop-up window will be appearing wherein you are entering your username of your choice, your password of your choice, and finally your official email address. So once that's done, voila, you can immediately start having counseling sessions with the experts. So back. Yes. So there is something called as an experts tab over here, right? In Yodos.com. If you're hitting on experts tab, next. Yes. If you're hitting on experts tab, this particular page appears. So as you can see, there are many categories over here, like love and relationship, career and academics, sexual wellness, self-improvement, family and friends. Let's just say I'm going through a bad breakup, or let's just say I'm stressed regarding my career or my academic burden. So what I'll do right now is I'm coming to the platform, I'm registering myself to the platform. If I'm hitting on experts and either one of these particular categories, the experts who are expertise in that particular category will be shown. Right? As you can see, there are three counselors, namely Ms. Noreen Chaudhary, Mr. Jaydev, and Ms. Anuradha. So that's a green dot beside Ms. Noreen Chaudhary's profile, right? So this means this particular counselor is currently online, and you can immediately start having a counseling session with them. As you can see, that's a yellow dot beside Ms. Jaydev's profile, right? So this means this particular counselor is currently having a session with another client, and once that session gets over, you can then start having a counseling session with them. And over here, there's no green or a yellow dot beside Ms. Anuradha's profile. So this means this particular counselor is currently offline, yet her availability will be shown over here. So she's available on Mondays from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. So you can very well go ahead and book an appointment with her. So if you're clicking on hit and book an appointment, yeah, you can either go ahead and book a voice call, which is basically the audio session, and video call, which is basically the video session. So all these sessions are for 45 minutes, but it can increase or decrease by 5 or 10 minutes based upon the conversation that you're going to be having with the counselor. Yes, so there is also YD applications. YD app. It's available both on Google Play Store and as well as Apple Store. So you can also download the application over there. So as you can see, if once you downloaded the application, right, you can also register into it. So you can put in the email address, you can put in the password of your choice, and then sign up to the platform. And OTP, an email verification OTP will be sent to your official email address. And once the OTP has been given over here, you can then avail the services. So using the YD application, you can chat with an expert. Also, you can book an appointment with the expert. So, guys, I guess I've covered most part of it. Like I said, all the sessions that are going to be taking in the platform, right, are completely private, completely anonymous, and completely confidential. So, like I said, even me as an employee of Yodos can't avail those details, and even from the management side, they can't avail those details. All the sessions that are going to be taking in the platform will be only between you and your counselor. But the breach of confidentiality arrives in one particular instance, which is called as red flag. So the red flag comes under three situations, namely: 1, when the client is prone to hurt themselves; 2, when the client is prone to hurt others; and 3, when the client needs immediate psychiatric intervention. So only under these three circumstances, we are legally bound to break the confidentiality, and the information will be passed from our counseling team to one specific point of contact in your institution. So please don't worry, the mail will be going to each and everyone. No, that's not the case. the mail will be going from our counseling team to one specific point of contact in your institution, so that that particular person will be taking care of the student. So if you're wondering how many such instances happen, hardly 1 or 2 over the course of 6 to 7 months. So that's how rare it is. So I hope I've covered most part of it. So also on a personal note, like I said, I did my engineering back in Chennai, right? So while I was doing my engineering, I also played a little bit of cricket. So I've represented Tamil Nadu under 17 and under 19 in cricket, and also Indian national team in cricket for President's 11. So while I was playing for the Indian national team, the President's 11 team, right, I got injured on my left ankle. My ligament got completely torn, and the doctors told that I shouldn't be playing 50 overs anymore. Like, I shouldn't be playing 50 overs anymore. So like, for a sports person, that's a huge, I mean, it's a huge deal, right? It was a huge blow. And even though physically I recovered, emotionally it took me some time in order to recover. I thought at that point in time, seeking help was a sign of weakness. I mean, there were counselors available. I mean, there were counsels provided by, let's say, TNC or BCCI, but yet I didn't seek for it. I thought seeking help was a sign of weakness. So which in turn prolonged my, recovery even more. So please don't make the same mistake that I did. Provided that you guys feel that you'll be needing support, you'll be needing help, very well reach out to us. We'll be happy to help. Right? If you have any queries, I'll be staying over here. You can also reach out to me. If you have any queries, you can write us to campus@yodos.com, and you can also reach out to me personally, provided you guys want like any help. You can reach out to me at manoj@yodos.com, manoj@yodos.com. So we'll be happy to help. So I hope I didn't bore you guys. I hope we had a good session. If you have any queries, you can very well reach out to me, right? Thank you guys. You've been a lovely audience. Very interactive. So, you guys have any questions? Or was I so clear? No? So pitch perfect in my presentation that you guys aren't having any questions? Alright, I'll take it as a yes. It's a win. Alright guys, either way you can reach out to me personally also. It's manoj@yodos.com. You can reach out to me personally. Or if you want to write us to campus@yodos.com with respect to any queries, you can reach there also. Right? Yeah, thank you guys.
So good afternoon, everybody. I hope all of you had an interactive session. So dignitaries, faculty members, and my dear students, myself, Professor Elizabeth Lena, Principal, Indian Academy College of Nursing, take this opportunity to propose the vote of thanks. In this hurry age and busy world, all of us are so occupied in achieving our goals and ambitions, where human beings, though being a social being, has no time to share their emotions with one another in the verge of emotional crisis, when they feel no one is there to hear them. At this juncture, I take this opportunity to thank Ms. Rachna Tumula, Director, Community Development and Internal Learning, and Indian Academy Group of Institution Management for taking this great initiative and providing this wonderful platform for the students, which will aid them in their emotional well-being. Thank you, ma'am. I take this opportunity to thank Mr. Manoj Kiran, Senior Manager, Yodos, for the interactive and informative presentation. Thank you, sir. I thank Professor Rajeshwari, Principal, Indian Academy PU College, and the team for all the timely support in organizing this event. I thank Ms. Nisha George, Student Counselor, for being with us during this event. Thank you. My sincere thanks to all the faculty members of IACN and IASMS for all their efforts to make this event successful. Last but not the least, I thank all the students for your active participation and I'm sure you will make use of the best of your dost. Thank you all and have a nice evening.